Right, I should have done this at the beginning really before I set off, but I've nearly done. But this is going to be like the second episode, if you like, of Ramblings of a Madman. So it's me on my little hiking channel. It's not like your standard hiking channel where people tell you where to park up and go and get a coffee. I think you're all, there's too many of them. So I'll just put my own little spin on it. It's just me out doing what I love doing, hiking, and then whatever comes into my head. That's why it's called the Ramblings of a Madman. But it's all good stuff. Got a lot of facts in there today, some really interesting stuff. Now obviously copyright is what it is. It's some of it's used in artistic license, you know, some of it's just utter bollocks. So I hope you enjoy it. I've enjoyed it. It took me long enough. It was a good old climb, that. So I'm going to go back to the car now. No, this is the beginning, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm just getting out of the car and I'm just going for a walk. I'm done. My legs are spent. I think I've just turned the wrong way as well. So that's a bit of scenery behind me, look. So I've just sort of climbed up that and been over the top of it. It's a good 6 hours. I think it's about 8 mile. About 800 metres up. A couple of them. Decent leg burners. So enjoy today. We'll do another one soon. Catch you later. So here we are. Ramblings of a Madman. Cave Open Mountain. 2nd edition. So those who saw my first one would have seen, I know sound quality weren't that good. It's better today because there's no wind. That prehistoric people years ago used to build rocks. Now you can see what they've done here, just following on that theme. I mean, they're everywhere. They were clever as well, these, because what they've done is they've made a path. So it goes all the way up there, look. All the way up there, up here, and right up to the top of that, up there, which is where I'm going. So that's good, isn't it? Now years ago they used to have giant races here, so they used to start over there, big giants come off top of that mountain, come down here, start swimming all the way along, then they go underwater here and then dive up and into that one there, and then up there, round this top bit, come back, same here, jump back over, land in here. And you don't see it very often nowadays. There's not that many giants, but that's what used to happen here. History with Kivo. Keep it true. Now this is an interesting little place here, because you just have a look over here. I mean, with great view, don't get me wrong. That's where the old giants do the bit of dipping over there into there. But here, there's a waterfall. They're like, probably millions of years ago, they were like really small people, like, not dwarfs, because that's not politically correct anymore, is it? Smaller than that. And what they used to do, they used to throw each other off top of there, up here, see there? They used to throw each other off top. And you could hear loads of little laugh as they all rolled down there. I don't think anyone died, I don't think or anything like that, I don't. They weren't murderers or anything. And then do you see if they could get right down to the bottom there? And then they'd climb all the way back up. They had like a local newspaper that advertised it. Brilliant. They don't do it now because there aren't many little people, but it used to be a great game. Here we go. So I'm walking on a really famous path. So when the Romans came down years and years ago, I think it was one of the conquerors, that's what we used to call them. They made these paths after prehistoric people had built alt rocks. So they got all these paths here, look. And what they used to call them, the conquerors, they called them the conquerors because they used to have, just at the top of here, they used to have games of conquers. I think it was there. And they'd fight till the death, because they were Romans, they were barbaric bastards. So that's, oh look at them, look, a butterfly. So that's what they used to do. They built all these paths, but go all the way up there to play games of conquerors. I mean, you couldn't do that now, could you? Fighting till the death, the conquerors. Madness, isn't it? So let's get over here, look. Look at that. Beautiful. Waterfall. And then fly down. This used to be like what's known as the Pterodactyl baths. You just dip in there, have a little swim about, clean with massive wings, and then they'd be off catching people over there making rocks. So you'd see loads of people running about there. The pterodactyl used. I'm not going to make its noise because there might be still one knocking about and I don't want to get caught. But it's a beautiful spot now. There's no, I don't think there are any. But look at this. Yeah, the pterodactyl towers up there. You just fly off. I think that would be main perching point up there. You fly straight down there. Quick bath, a pterodactyl bath. I think they used to have it heated for them as well years ago. Can't afford to do that now, so it's freezing in there now. I might get in a minute actually. That's if there's no snakes, because there used to be massive snakes as well. So this is quite a famous place as well. So down there is Bberry Tan. I've already talked about that, the pterodactyls, but this path here goes all the way up, quite steep. Two lads there, they're not part of this video, copyright. So yeah, what used to happen is you used to have a little race across top of there. You set the shoes off on top of that one there, local lads, and then they'd run over these hills here as fast as they could with no shoes on. I think they were carrying them at the time, and if the front guy ever got caught, they'd take his shoes off them, they'd throw them down here. It's quite vicious really. There's a lot of barbaric sports around here, and hod his shoes right down to the bottom there, and then he'd have to run up here with no shoes on. Now I've got boots on today, and it's hard enough with boots on, so you can imagine what it used to be like years ago, wearing no shoes running around here. And if you come late at night, it's actually still haunted. I think his name was Jimmy Boat Shoes. He runs about in dark as a ghost, making loads of mad noises. So I'm glad it's daytime really, because I don't fancy Jimmy coming trying to nick a bit of my Kit Kat. Now this is a special place at the top of this hill, look. This is where, back in the First World War, the RAF used to send pilots up here and they used to learn how to fly. So they literally just used jump off here. Loads of them died. I think it was 1942, something like that. Literally just jump off there. I think about 36 of them died learning how to fly. None of them did. And then they started going into planes and that, so it's interesting, isn't it? Let's see if I can get an interview with these sheep here. Like the shine away a bit here, but we'll see if we can get an interview. Alright lad. Do you know Sean the sheep? Ever heard of him? Rick Astley? Ever heard of him? Wallace and Gromity were on. Sean the sheep, you favour him? Not very talkative these, are they? So, let's try someone else. Now, although this is a lovely view, not many people know that the Lake District, I mean, look at this. It's nice in here. I don't know what these are for. There's fences everywhere. Made something like that. But not many people know that none of this were here. I think the Lake District got built in about 1982, I think. Before that, there were nothing here. So I don't know what people used to do beforehand. And then, like I say, someone's come around and put a fence up. I think that would stop all RAF people throwing themselves off. Didn't really work. Like I say, 36 of them died. Yeah, so 1982 this was built. Everyone thinks it's been here for hundreds of millions of years, but they're all wrong. Yeah, I've got another one here. Let's see if I can get an interview with this one here. Excuse me, pal. I've been told there's a shop around here that sells pants like MC Hammer used to wear. You know where it is? Them baggy ones that you used to get and he did them dances with. You can't touch this, remember that? No? Someone spray painted on your back, by the way. Don't know who's done that, it's a bit tight, isn't it? Oh god, ignorant bastards. Right, I'm going to try and find another one. This path here, I've come all the way down it from up there. This was actually built by the monks in the 1800s for no other reason than they had a day off. So they did this in a day. And going back to my earlier story, I mean, Bit Lake District being built in 1982, it was by a local guy, a plumber, Jeff Ubend, I think his name was, and he took afternoon off. He was supposed to be doing his mum's sink, but he didn't bother, and he just nipped out that afternoon. All he had were a couple of washers on him and a vice grip, I think, and this is what he managed to come up with all in one afternoon. So all those people that say, oh, Rome weren't built in a day, well, Lake District were built in an afternoon by Jeff Ubend. Get on that.